welcome to our Homeschool Mamas Chat Talk Story. Thank you so much for tuning in. And here we are again on our maybe second or third video. And just want to introduce everyone. My name is Yvonne. And we have Shar, Lucille, and Wei. So thank you so much for tuning in. We figured that you guys are probably a month or two into homeschooling, and we just wanted to offer you some encouragement. This is probably kind of a new chapter in homeschooling where you're getting settled, you have your homeschool schedule set, and yeah, things are hopefully moving along and you're feeling, a little bit more confident, but you might be having those tough days where you're tired, or, your kids might be just like having a funk here or there. So we're here to offer you our worst stories of homeschooling and ways that we have gotten through it. So hopefully tonight's video will be funny and interesting, and yeah, hopefully give you some hope and encouragement. All right, so let's go ahead and just introduce everyone real quick again. We have Shar. Shar, would you mind introing real quick?
Yeah, so I'm Charlene, and my homeschooling style would be classical. So I am enrolled in Classical Conversations, and we just follow the classical model and enrich our homeschool with classical books and a lot of reading and conversation.
Hi, I'm Lucille, and I would say my style is at the core Waldorf, but I am not true to Waldorf. It's a blend of, I would say, classical, Charlotte Mason, Waldorf-ish, and Lucille just trying to figure it out.
I am Wei. My style is I send my kids to public school, but at the same time, I really wish to continue to homeschool them. So right now I'm in between homeschool and public school.
All right. So if you're not sure about those styles, you can check out our first video where we go into it a little bit more in depth, explaining what each style means. All right. So let's go right into it. First question, icebreaker time. Describe the worst homeschooling day you've had. So we all know that we're not alone here in knowing that we've all had our share of bad days, people getting sick, mama sick, or your child sick, or you have a family emergency, or maybe your husband's on deployment or out of town, or you have technology failing. We all know that life happens. So if you ladies could share your worst homeschooling moment.
I would say my worst homeschooling day would be a non-homeschooling day. It's a day that I woke up probably, like 10:30, just because I went to sleep at like 5, and the kids kind of like, figured it out and made themselves breakfast, and then they're like hiding from me at this point because they're like, we're still not up. Maybe we don't have to go to school, and then I wake up and it's 11. And yeah, it's just one of those days. Kids, just read a book.
Good thing we don't get fired for waking up late to our jobs, right?
Oh,
Showing up to work late.
Today is a perfect example. We had plans. My husband had an appointment, so I knew, I had to be flexible. I had to drop him off and pick him up, but in between, we'd have time to homeschool. Even before the appointment, we'd have time to homeschool. But my husband's appointment got pushed earlier, so he was able to go in earlier, and then it was actually a lot shorter, so I didn't have time to homeschool in between. And then when we got home, we got busy, we had co-op, and then I was thinking, okay, maybe we'll do some homework in the afternoon. And then we had church, and so we did not do anything. Like that is so like when I don't get to do homeschool, that's probably not a good day, because I know in my head I have to make up for it somehow. So it's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. I'll just probably, maybe double up, or maybe do some lessons over the weekend. And so yeah, I think a homeschooling day that's not good is a day that you don't get anything done. You intend to, but life happens and you don't get anything done. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, Lucille and I were just talking about it today, how with homeschooling, it's like you can choose to homeschool on the weekend if you need to. You can choose to homeschool through the summer, right? Because things will pop up during the school year. And if you need to take a break, need to take a trip, or need to take care of a loved one or something, you can take that break and, just continue on through this summer. And we were saying, it's kind of good because they don't fall out of habit. The kids, are still in the mode of doing work. And so it's kind of easier to do summer work and then have a bigger buffer during the school year. For me, I guess mine would be when I have my PMS days. Like everything annoys me. Don't talk to me. Like I just need my own time in my own corner. And I've had those days where I've crumpled up papers or I don't know. I've shouted, I've yelled, I've thrown stuff on the ground. I'm not proud to admit, but yeah, that would be my worst, I think. All right. Okay. Moving on. Next question. Question 2. What are some things you do before the homeschooling day to prevent those bad moments from happening?
I would say for me, it would be preparing so I have 3 steps. Prepare for the week, which is just like an overview. I know what to expect. And then preparing the night before for the following day. And then waking up early just to have time for self. And that is imperative because otherwise there are just some things that needs to be done, especially living in Hawaii and having things mainland that are like untied, like I need to make that phone call, or I need some time for devotional, I need some time to meditate, I need to drink my morning tea or whatever it is, having that time for self so that when the kids wake up, it's more of a smooth transition into the work day.
Yes.
But yeah.
Preparation is key. And that time for self. Oh, I wish I was a morning person where I could have that time to myself.
Your time for self is the nighttime. You stay
I know,
up
I'm the night owl, so I'm up
that's
till
your time
like
for self.
1, 2 a.m.
You still have it. It's just your nighttime, I would say.
Yes. Okay, who else?
I think I really want to ditto what Lucille said. Sorry, Lucille, go ahead. What do you want to say?
I was about to say waste time for self definitely is nighttime because she has this whole night routine.
Skincare routine,
like,
hair routine.
Yes, that's self time. I need to be more intentional. Look at that. Yeah, exactly. Well, go ahead, Wei.
No, I'm a night owl too, but I want to ditto what Lucille you said too. Like for me, I really think about setting the right classroom for your kids. So I feel like, I was just reading an article just the other day. It talked about how there's a psychology behind cleanliness. That everybody know if you have a messy room, it could be a sign that your mental health or even your state of mind is in a tough spot.
Wow.
Yeah. So my big principle is always stick to our normal schedule, but at the same time declutter. And then really, I really want to focus on my child's EQ this year instead of their IQ. Because think about this. What's the point if you raise a math genius or science phenom, but then she constantly have emotional breakdown, lower the accomplishment over others, or having a hard time just to be kind to others. And that, so funny. If you want your kids to clear their thought, you need to have them to clean their room, clean the home to make home such a welcoming environment. So I would say that as a mom, of course, we'll have some clutter there and there, but as long as you are able to manage your big environment, I think that'll make it more easier to tackle the homeschool and make it such a safe environment for the kids as well.
I agree, Wei. I'm guilty because everybody knows I'm messy.
You don't want to see my room.
Is there a floor here?
You don't want to see my room.
Oh my goodness.
That's the thing, though. That's one thing I noticed about myself is I can help other people. I can help my kids. I can help my husband, but I can't help myself. My room, I'm like, look, I'm gonna need somebody. Look, you guys are all welcome to come over, All
right, now on to question 3. All right, so you're right in the middle of the day and your kids are having their meltdown, tantrums, sassy attitudes. What do you do? Set the scene for us and tell us what you would do.
I can tell you. I'm gonna answer this one. Okay, I have one for each kid. For Eli, whenever he's like, oh yep, you're tired. Time for nap. he goes to sleep.
Now
he probably gets 3 naps in a day. He's well rested.
That's why he's so tall.
Exactly. And then for Eli, for Izzy, you would think, I don't know. It's a little, you would think I'm kind of psycho because in the midst of a meltdown, I'll just say, are you done? All right. So we're going to continue. And he's just going. And you would think I'm psycho. So in the midst of it, I don't respond. Or out of nowhere, I might snap and just and launch at him.
Where'd you get that bottle?
I need to balance out somewhere, but literally it'll be either I'm extremely calm in the midst of he's tripping, or I might, yeah, be called on that, yeah. But nonetheless, yeah, I have my moments. But yeah, I literally, on the most part, I have a lot of woosah moments, and I don't respond to it. I really don't. Like, on the most part, I don't respond to it. I just play real cool. So okay, well, I don't know why you're crying, because you're still gonna have to do the work. Mommy meltdowns. You know what mommy meltdown look like? Mommy just goes in her room and say, "You guys go ahead and play. I'll be in my room."
Yep.
I just like have my
I've
time,
had those days.
and those days are the days where the kids are like, "What? Like, mommy, like, did y'all want to play? Go ahead and play. I'm mommy's on timeout."
Yeah, those are the times that your kid wants to be homeschooled. Like, no, I'm ready, mom.
Right, I'm ready. Isn't that ironic?
Not right now. I need a timeout right now. You can.
Right, mommy's on timeout.
Oh, I really want to learn. Like, okay, we're not doing this. I'm not in the mood.
We should have more mommy meltdowns just to yeah, make sure they don't take it for granted. All of our patience and all of our energy.
Yes. We take a timeout. Like, I try to stay as calm as I can. And so if they have an attitude, I just tell them, take a time out. You're not ready to learn. Like, take a time out. Go on the chair or go on the couch and just sit down until you change your attitude, and then come back to me. Because there's no sense in doing something with the wrong attitude. You're not going to do it well. You're not going to do it well. So we do that. And if they still have a bad attitude, then I just wait until they have a good attitude. Yeah. And I yell. I do yell. Like, I'm calm in the beginning, but if they keep pushing and they keep whining, I'm like, stop, because you don't act like this in front of your teachers at school.
Right.
Not
act show like their face with mommy only.
Exactly. So you need to stop. And so, I mean, yeah, I have raised my voice, and I have yelled at times if they just keep whining, because really, realistically, they would not act like that with anybody else.
Not at all.
They know better.
Not even with daddy. And I tell you, last time Izzy was having a moment, and then Benef was like, he was on his computer. He happened to be sitting in on a lesson, and he's on his computer. And I'm like, okay, so next we're gonna do this. And I already know the triggers. I pretty much know the moment we're transitioning to this subject, he's gonna have a moment. But it's just like, I played off. Yep, okay, so now it's time for math. And he's like, and then Benef is like, and I'm like, this is my life, okay, Bender? This is what I do all day. This is what I deal with. Just don't even say nothing. Don't even look at me right now. Like, don't say nothing. Act like an actor. But yeah, either way.
Last question. All right. Have there been any attitudes, perspectives that you've had to change to make homeschooling more successful? So anything that your perspective or your insight, your attitude or expectation that you've had to change to make homeschooling more successful?
I think I'll answer first. So I think I've learned to be flexible. So I have a schedule. Well, I had a schedule, and I realized that it wasn't working. The first block we were doing, it was I think a beauty wonder loop in the morning, but they were waking up earlier than usual. And so I realized that by the time we actually started school, like after their actual work, they were not giving it their all. They would give their all in the morning. So I just realized that I just had to switch it. So instead of doing the beauty loop in the morning, like how we did before, we thought it has worked in the years prior, but this year they're waking up earlier. So I just moved the beauty loop to the afternoon. And in the mornings, we do a little bit of CC review, and then we get straight into our book work. We get straight into math and language arts, and then we do the beauty loop in the afternoon. And so I think, you can set a schedule, but don't set that in stone. Be flexible according to your children's rhythms. Like, if it could change from season to season, and if you realize something isn't working, then change it. You're not bound to a schedule. That's the one thing I've learned too. Don't be bound to curricula, and don't be bound to a schedule. You don't, just because you have a workbook doesn't mean you have to go from front to cover to end. You can pick and choose what it is that you want your kids to learn.
Yeah.
So
make it work for you.
Yes. Don't be slave to it.
That's really good.
That's really good. I was talking to Yvonne about that earlier too, about how we have this platform, which is a curriculum, or we have this timeline, or we have a schedule, but then it all goes down to enjoying the process of learning. If we had to just go narrow it down and simplify it and dumb it down and just strip it all of everything, even if we were to not follow through the whole curriculum, miss some days, skip some sessions, homeschool 2 days out of the 5-day week, whatever the case might be, if we were to go down to the core minimum, it would be to teach the love of learning, you know? And if I have taught that sense of ambition and the love of learning, then I've succeeded as a homeschool teacher or mom and all the above. Because then in their own time, when they're able to then be, when they're all on their own for them to learn themselves, then they're very well equipped. I mean, whatever I didn't get to teach them, they'll have the ambition and the desire to learn for themselves.
Amen. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think the same thing too. I feel like before pandemic, I was so academic driven. Like when my kids were in the public school, if they get, for example, if Leah got just a few questions wrong and she came home with the paper, I would get so mad because I was like, we learned this at homeschool already. Like last year, you should know this. But I forgot that sometimes, you know, really want to ask them, you know, how they do in school. Do they enjoy the process? Did they play with their friend? Are you being nice to your friends? Like really to listen to them and just validate their opinion too. And I did realize that a lot of parents this year, they, you know, rank kindness as a quality they want to instill rather than, you know, intelligence and good work ethic. And I think this year have really taught me personally a lot to really switch that focus to more character building. Like what Yvonne said before, this year, our homeschool co-op group, we want to focus on character building. And I think that's been really helpful for myself and for my kids too.
Amen. We need more love in the world, and we're raising up these kids to be our disciples, and they're going to be citizens of the world. They're going to be the leaders of the world tomorrow. So yes, more love, more kindness all around. All right. Well, that's it for our video today. We hope you've enjoyed it, and feel free to email us or yeah, contact us if you have any other questions, and stay around for the bloopers. Bye. Sorry,
I don't like my eyebrows. No.
What?
No.
Are you serious?
Sorry. No,
Wait,
I just tried.
Yeah.
Ooh, no. Abort.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay, maybe. Oh no. What do I do? No eyebrows.
Oh my God.
I think the first one you had was good.
Yeah. Get
That
that off
first
your
one that you had,
Look, I have no eyebrows.
Oh, you have no eyebrows.
no,
You see?
That's very Whoopi Goldberg. No
I know,
eyebrows.
right? That's what it looked like. Okay, wait. Okay, eyebrows.
Do what you had before. That was good.
Oh, this one, that.
Okay, but that's totally different from what you had earlier.
Not that one.
Okay,
I'm
this
gonna
one.
go like this.
That's the one.
I'm gonna
That's
go
the
like
one.
this.
That's the one. Don't
Wait,
even.
it kind of, you see, it goes on my hands, you guys. Look. It's on my hands.
Just don't put your hand.